Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and coffee stream number 372. Sorry the camera's not on. I still kind of look like crap. I didn't have a chance to have a shower last night or this morning, so no camera today. But I am feeling a lot better than I was. There was some med issues going on. Um, there was some mental health shit going on over the past few days. I'm still balancing out from the new meds. So, yeah, but one of the meds that I was taking, or one of the meds that I am taking, I was taking at the wrong time of day. And it was making me pass out. And so now I've remedied that, and I feel a lot more human. Um, like a lot more human. And, very happy to bring a coffee stream to you guys today. So, um, Ryan had something to say. He's saying, I'm depressed and I was just wondering if I could have some advice. I'm feeling like I'm on the fringes of society and like my 6 years of advocacy has been for nothing. And to that I say, I feel you, dude. I really do. Um, when I stopped doing advocacy work for the CNIB and took a break because of my depression, and then came back a few years later and found that Molly had taken over, you can imagine my chagrin. And I think that might be partially why I go after Molly so hard, because she started out speaking for the CNIB. She started out being an advocate for the blindness community. And now she's like, I don't represent the blindness community. Bullshit. Yes, you do. And you started out being like doing that at 10 years old before you even lost your sight. You were preemptively. Anyway, it's not about Molly. So yeah, Ryan, I feel you. I feel your pain. I can totally relate. And that's why you just gotta do your own thing. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I do the YouTube channel. That's why I do the TikTok channel. It's so that I can have my voice out there still and educate people in my own way. Um, and just kind of give myself a voice and just fight it that way. That's basically the best you can do. I just wanted to help. Now I'm blackballed because of something I didn't even do. Yeah, that's unfortunately that's the culture we live in right now. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. Um that people are either canceled for a joke or canceled for somebody thinking that they said something they didn't even say. It's absolutely ridiculous that this is going on from the people who spent decades fighting against that, right? It was the left that used to fight against that tyranny and that oppression. And now that they've succeeded, they've gone, "Oh, well, actually, that power was pretty cool. So we're going to wield it now." It's yeah. It's slightly, well, not slightly. It's very bullshit. It's very bullshit. Like I said, I feel like I was on the fringe. Now I'm not even in the ballpark. That sucks, dude. I feel bad for you. Right? Because you refuse to be silent about racism. And you are telling people the facts. You're not just, oh, I'm white, therefore I must be inherently racist. It's. I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. I actually called out Crutches and Spice on TikTok a couple weeks back, and then just I deleted the videos because there was no point. There was no point, and I was just gonna get myself canceled and get into a war with freaking trolls. So I just deleted the videos. So yeah, that's what's been, and it's shitty that we're in this cult. If you're white, you're right. Oh my Gunny. Fuck them, I give no fucks about what people think. I know you do, Gunny. I know you give no fucks. Let's see. So we're gonna take a look at this story first. Let's see here. Let's get this stuff shared. And remember, friends, if you'd like to support the channel, you can go to the link tree in the description and you can find all of the links that I have to offer. The Patreon, the blindpress.net, where you can send in donations, the Teespring, where you can get merch, and the Amazon wish list, where you can, if you don't want to get merch or send in money, you can buy something and have it sent to my P.O. box, and you will then have something for your money, and you will get an unboxing video and a shout out video. You'll get the unboxing video. Will have you shouted out as the person who sent the product. And if anyone wants to send coffee for me to review on the coffee stream, you can also DM me. Wait. Oh, God. Ryan, I'm sorry. That's really shitty. I know you are, Ryan. And if I were in your position, I would probably feel the exact same way as you are. You know, like, it's really this culture of just complete cancellation and intolerance when they are screaming for tolerance. It's just, it's awful, and I'm sorry that you're freaking having to deal with this. This is bullshit. So the headline here says, O'Toole, Trudeau faces conflict of interest if he picks next Governor General. And I think O'Toole is correct here. Sorry. So this was published yesterday. And here is the picture heading the article is former Governor General Julie Payette and Justin Trudeau together. Okay, where's the... There we go. Okay.
Toronto end of the list.
That's pretty quiet.
You are currently on a list.
Let's turn that up a bit and make sure the microphone is as close to the speaker as possible. Okay.
Toronto Conservative leader Erin O'Toole says Prime Minister Justin Trudeau should not nominate the next Governor General on his own because doing so during a minority government could pose a potential conflict of interest.
Oh, I wouldn't say that doing it during a minority government would cause a conflict of interest. I would say that doing it because of all of the crap that he's facing right now might cause a conflict of interest.
In an interview with Evan Solomon for CTV's Question Period, O'Toole suggested that Trudeau should use an arm's-length panel to nominate the next Governor General, a move the Conservatives have pushed for since Julie Payette's resignation.
I actually think that might be a good idea for all prime ministers.
O'Toole said that, with the possibility of an election looming, Trudeau should not be personally involved in the decision.
I agree.
Free screen. Free. Heading level 2. List 3 item. Bullet link. End of the list. In a minority parliament where the Prime Minister is every day posturing that he might walk to the Governor General, I think he's in a conflict of interest, personally, O'Toole said.
Yeah. I agree. He keeps threatening to go to the Governor General. He prorogued Parliament last summer to avoid being investigated. So I absolutely think that he should not be able to pick his Governor General.
Trudeau said last week that he is reassessing the vetting process for top-level appointments to see how it can be improved to avoid future unprecedented departures, though he was non-committal on what any potential changes may look like.
Because he's non-committal on everything he says.
We are looking right now at processes that can be strengthened as we move forward, and we will have more to say on that as we make decisions, Trudeau said.
So, nothing, 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 and nothing, 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 Trudeau said.
As for the possibility of a 2021 election, Trudeau said earlier this month that the Liberals do not want an election right now, and his preference would be that a federal race would be put off at least until mass vaccinations are complete, a timeline his government has pegged to September. However, he did not make an outright commitment to not trigger an election, saying that in a minority government it could be up to the opposition parties.
Yeah, because he is going to do his best to pass the buck off onto the opposition, no matter what it is. If he fucks up, it's the opposition's fault. If he, if an election gets triggered, even if he triggers it, it's the opposition's fault. If he calls for a vote of no confidence and the opposition votes no confidence and he loses parliament and an election is triggered, again, opposition's fault. He's going to try to paint the opposition as the bad guy here, no matter what.
Stephen Harper was the first prime minister to use an arm's-length panel to select the governor-general, which led to the appointment of David Johnston, considered a generally popular choice. O'Toole said Trudeau should use the same approach this time.
I agree. I think he should.
I think he owes it to that important institution to have it done independently, because it's important to our constitution, to our parliamentary democracy, to our military, he said, adding that Trudeau owns the mistake of choosing Payette. This should not be politicized by Mr. Trudeau and his PMO to help him out, and it's unfair to the next person that's chosen. You know, we could have the first Indigenous Governor-General or a great Canadian that could do a great job. Don't have it mired in this resignation and this politicization of the decision.
I agree. I fervently agree with this.
Julie Payette resigned as Governor-General last week following reports of a damaging investigation into workplace culture. The report, which was later released but heavily redacted, included allegations of screaming, public humiliations and a poison environment that prompted some staffers to leave. Sources have told CTV News that Trudeau asked Payette to resign given the findings of the independent review. In the months prior, the Prime Minister had defended the embattled Payette, saying she was an excellent representative for the Queen and he was not considering replacing her.
Yeah, I know that family. Her family's cuckoo bananas. And they scream at each other. They belittle each other publicly in front of other people. Yeah, I know that family. She married into that family, actually. Hello, Scribe. Yep, it's always the opposition's fault. Yep. You're right, Chuck. Nothing burger. Yep. Yep, I agree, WR. I think that an arm's length panel should be the norm for a prime minister when the GG is chosen. I don't think a prime minister should be choosing the governor general. Okay, next story. We're gonna try and save all the science stuff for the end. So I've got 3 science-y stories and I think 3 not science-y stories. That's a good balance, I think. Okay, so let's share the screen now. Yeah, guys, you can probably tell a huge difference from between today and last week, because I am definitely feeling way better than I was. Like, I don't have the urge to just lie down. Like, that was my big thing. No matter where I was, what I was doing, my body was like, just lie down. Just lie down. and I don't have that urge to fall asleep. If only we could become a republic and elect our head of state, right? Okay, let's see here. $6 billion and counting. Major tax battle between CRA, Canada Revenue Agency, and big banks shows no sign of abating. So this was published today. So CRA is our IRS. They are in charge of the taxes and making sure that you pay your taxes and all of that stuff. So let's try and find the body of this article. There's a bunch of crap in the way. And now it's telling me Chrome busy. Come on, Chrome. Holy crap. Like, there is so much junk. Okay, I missed part of the article here. Sorry, guys. There's so much junk on this website that I can't seem to find the top of the of the article because there's just so much crap. Yeah, close that, please. So the Big Six reported their most recent quarterly findings that as of early October, tax authorities were seeking to ask for $6.3 billion. Wow. Okay. Let's take a listen, and we'll let voiceover say the whole thing.
The Big Six reported in their most recent quarterly filings that, as of the end of October, tax authorities were seeking or proposing to seek approximately $6.3 billion in additional tax and interest from them combined over dividend-related matters. When the Post last wrote about the tax dispute, in June of 2018, the potential bill that had been disclosed at that point had reached around $2.8 billion.
Okay, so from 2018 to now, it has tripled. That's crazy.
Heading level 2. At story continues below.
Let's attempt to find the actual...
This advertisement has not loaded. Heading level 2. The deepening dispute comes as the coronavirus pandemic has stretched the federal government's finances in ways not seen since the Second World War, and as the CRA has been funded and tasked to try to root out tax avoidance. All of the banks declined to comment further on the matter to the Post. For its part, the agency says the confidentiality provisions of the Income Tax Act prevent it from discussing specific cases. As well, a spokesperson added in an email, the CRA does not disclose third-party...
Oops.
All of the banks declined the deepening. As well, a spokesperson added in an email, the CRA does not disclose specific techniques or approaches to detecting and combating tax evasion and aggressive tax avoidances. It could provide a roadmap for other non-compliance.
So are they saying the banks are trying to evade tax payments?
Heading level 3. What is known about the dispute from quarterly shareholder reports, government documents, and court filings is that it revolves around the tax deductibility of dividends received by the banks. Companies are generally allowed to deduct from their income the amount of a dividend they've received from holding shares of a fellow Canadian corporation, as those dividends are paid out of after-tax earnings that the government wants to avoid double taxing. There are, however, some exceptions. Chrome has...
Okay.
One such exception is when there is a structure in place that chiefly aims to get a taxpayer a deductible dividend while the risk of loss or opportunity to profit off the share rests with someone else. And it is these rules around what are known as dividend rental arrangements that some banks say have triggered reassessments. Chrome has...
Oh, okay, so things are being reassessed. Okay. Let's see. I'm back for an hour. I've given up on making a difference. I've accepted that I'm not going. I've accepted that. I'm not wanted anymore, saved by devs who actually care about accessibility. I just want to make money for my dog and my dental charges. Yeah, man, you know what? Do it for you. Just do it for you and do what you love to do. Don't break your back emotionally for assholes. Seriously, just fuck them. Do what you love to do. Play the games you love to play. Grow your fan base because of grow your fan base because of what you love. And those that see that you enjoy what you do will stick around to watch your enjoyment and get enjoyment out of it. And yeah, that's the best you can do. That's what I do. And if I happen to educate people, if you know, if you happen to educate people because of doing what you love, and you happen to end up advocating for people because you do what you love, then bonus. But seriously, don't drive yourself into depression because of pieces of shit that want to be racist and call you racist. Just do it for you. Do it for you, do it for Jim. It's a blizzard there, that sucks. That's hilarious. I was just talking to Jay this morning about this. I said they were going for capital gains next. He doesn't believe me. Oh, dude. You can do it. So let's see.
Heading level 2. Advertisement. Story continues below. Third party ad.
No, I'm gonna delve into Discord on Friday, Gunny, for the Friday show or the Wednesday show with
This advert.
No, not the Wednesday show, the Friday show.
2.
I'm gonna try and delve into the news
Rental
story.
arrangements have been on the government's radar for years, but the banks did not start reporting that the CRA was reassessing them for dividend-related issues until their 2016 fiscal years.
Interesting.
Those disclosures followed a legislative tweak announced in the 2015 federal budget that was aimed at extending the dividend rental arrangement exception to synthetic equity arrangements, which the document said were being entered into by certain taxpayers, typically financial institutions. The deepening dispute comes as the coronavirus pandemic has stretched the federal government's finances in ways not.
So, tax the rich.
Those arrangements entail using an equity derivative, the value of which can be tied to the market movement of stocks that see the taxpayer maintain legal ownership, but the risk of owning a share transferred to another party. Generally, the government said, a taxpayer will make dividend equivalent payments to the other party that get deducted as well, which, when the other party is exempt from paying taxes, can chip away at the government's tax revenue. The federal government said in the 2015 budget that synthetic equity arrangements could be challenged based on existing rules, and depending on the facts of the case, the amendment, the budget suggested, would avoid time-consuming and costly legal fights. You are currently for more than 20 years. The government's interest also appears to have coincided with the demand for synthetic equity among clients of the banks.
Gee, how are they going to tax the rich, you ask? This is how. They're going to just go after the banks and freaking empty the banks of all the money via taxes. And then when you go to get your money out, the bank's going to be like, yeah, I'm sorry, the government has it all because of taxes.
Heading level 2. Advertisement. Chrome has new story continues below. Third-party ad content. Save frame container. Frame and of. Third-party. This heading level 3. Critically important risk management tool. Chrome save frame container. Frame. Third-party ad content. Story continues below. Third-party ad save frame
so
container.
Much junk on this website.
Heading level 2. Article, heading Level 3. Former Healthcare of Ontario Pension Plan CEO Jim Coherent wrote a letter to the Finance Minister in 2015 saying that synthetic equity was a critically important risk management tool for his fund. He recommended that Ottawa not proceed with the changes, which wound up coming into full effect for dividends paid or payable after April 2017, rather than the initially proposed October 2015, and suspected they would have negative effects for other market participants. You are correct.
You think?
The use of synthetic equity exposure in the HOOP portfolio structure frees up the cash that would otherwise be invested in physical equities, which is then redeployed in other investments, more specifically government bonds, Cohan wrote. Some lenders have mentioned alleged dividend rental arrangements in their filings, while others say it is merely a dividend-related issue. Heading Level 2. More on this.
So that's a
Chrome
big
has a new window.
fucking clusterfuck going on between the Canada Revenue Agency and the banks. And that's how they're going to tax the rich. Oh, okay, thanks, Ryan. Yeah, I have a credit union as well. Oh, I'll DM it to you after the stream, Ryan. I can't wait for that vaccine rollout. Fuck masks. Yeah. There's a lot of spicy news in the Discord. Okay. Yeah, I'll get you that link to to your Twitter DMs after the stream is over. I could have swore you joined it though. Weird. Oh well, I'll send you the invite again. Okay, and here is the last not science-y article. Also from the Financial Post. Oh look! I got another email from the YouTube Boost Agency. Let's take a look here. Let's have a laugh. Let's have a laugh, shall we? Hello, dear. I saw your YouTube channel on Twitter, which was amazing. But I'm sorry to say... Let's see. But I'm sorry to say that there have a few subscriber. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry to say there have a few subscribers. But if you want, we can give you the best support as our team provides you to promotion services if you have any questions or learn how to grow YouTube with YouTube with a space. YouTube subscribers or watch time, kindly let me know how it works. We have proper experience with SEO, YouTube, and social media marketing. We will promote your channel. We will promote your channel, suppose. Different type ad campaign. This is... I'm reading this grammatically as it's been written. We have proper experience with sales, USpaceTube, and marketing, or on social media marketing. We will promote your channel, suppose different type of campaign social media marketing. blog post, HQ, backlink, etc. Then you get real subscribers, views, likes, comments, and watch times. Let's check. And then there's a link that I'm not going to click. Janisa Patika. Fucking ridiculous. Yes, it is a YouTube spam thing. Check your logic. Oh, it is obviously spam. You're welcome. Oh god, that was amusing. Okay, let's read this article. Suppose different social media marketing. Oh god, what a there are few YouTube subscriber. U space tube. Not just YouTube, just U space tube.
12:36 p.m. RFD 8583. That sure was a thing that was sent to you. Custom emojis. 12:35 p.m. Streamlab. Custom emojis.
That's... Oh my god. Okay. Absolute guarantee this ends in tears. Silver soars to 8-year peak as Redditors storm into metal. So this is published today, so this was not a repeat of last night's article. All right, here we go.
Article content. Organized in Singapore, silver broke above $30 an ounce for the first time since 2013 on Monday as an army of retail traders stormed into the metal after betting billions of dollars on stocks last week, triggering risks of a multi-asset melt up in global markets. You are organized in online forums and traded with fee-free brokers such as Robinhood. Small-time investors have driven a 1,600% rally in the shares of video game retailer GameStop, scooping up assets big fund managers have bet against. You are currently on a text element. YouTube video player. Group.
No, we're
Matt
not
Gurney,
watching
let's
this
spec
video.
up. YouTube video. The phenomenon spilled over into silver late last week. Chrome has new window. Spot silver leapt more than 11% in London to $30.03 an ounce and was on track for its biggest one-day rise since 2008, taking gains to about 19% since last Wednesday. You are currently on a text element.
Wow.
The jump set off a rally in silver mining stocks from Sydney to London, with Fresnel shares soaring 20.5% to top the UK blue chip FTSE 100 index. You are currently on a text element, heading level 2. More on this topic. You are currently on a heading article, link, and article, end of article, end of, heading level 2, story, third part, this advertise, heading level, the action in silver,
Oh, there we
following
go.
thousands of Reddit posts and hundreds of YouTube videos suggests that a rise in the physical price could hurt large investors with bearish bets, also marks a foray into a much bigger and more liquid market than individual stocks.
Yeah.
I would look at the silver rally the same way as I would the GameStop saga, from the point of view of market stability. For now it's not an immediate concern, but if we see sharp moves we could see some deleveraging in markets, said Antoine Bouvet, a rates strategist at Ing. This reducing of risk through deleveraging could potentially boost demand for bonds if it is causing excess volatility. You are currently in the first signs of deleveraging. Goldman Sachs said the amount of position covering last week by U.S. hedge funds, buying and selling, was the highest since the financial crisis more than a decade ago.
Wow.
Nevertheless, their market exposure to stocks remains near record levels, the investment bank warned. Heading level 3. Hiccups. You are current. The rush to silver and GameStop-like stocks has been testing limitations in newer trading platforms and processing venues, frustrating retail traders who are unable to feed their hunger to buy and sell more frequently. The feverish silver buying has hit a glitch, with large U.S. broker APMEX warning of processing delays while it secures more bullion. The Money Metals Exchange suspended trade until mid-morning Monday.
And didn't I think Pinkalo said that there was a bullion place that was shut down now or not stopped trading or something?
Trading volumes in small minor stocks in Australia were unprecedented and jumps in some exploration firms, which do not actually produce silver, top 90%. Heading level 2. Advertisement. Your story continues. Third party app. Save for and up. This advertisement has not loaded yet. Save for and up. This advertisement has heading level 2. Similar hiccups were seen in equities last week. GameStop, AMC, and a few other volatile stocks saw temporary buying restrictions in trading apps like Robinhood as frenzy buying led to trading apps putting on curbs. The Reddit crowd has turned its sights on a bigger whale in terms of trying to catalyze something of a short squeeze in the silver market, said Kyle Rada, an analyst at brokerage IG Markets in Melbourne. This is their big, bold Moby Dick moment, he said.
No, this is, like Pinkalo said, this is what happens when the internet gets bored.
Heading level 3. Silver is not GameStop. The popularity of dabbling in stock markets has grown during the COVID-19 pandemic as volatility, stimulus checks, and lockdowns have driven account openings and investment. The craze hit fever pitch last week when GameStop pile-on resulted in a short squeeze, turning price gains stratospheric as hedge funds with bets against the stock desperately bought it at high prices to close their positions. Now it is silver's turn, and once again the scale of buying is catching the professionals by surprise. Online discussions turned to silver late last week as Reddit posts suggested higher prices could hurt banks with large short positions, and that buying easy-to-access exchange-traded silver funds could quickly ramp up the metal's value.
Yeah, and everyone went, fuck big banks, let's fuck them.
Retail traders poured a record 40 million Australian dollar $30s US dollars 0.6 million into Australian ETF Securities Physical Silver Fund by the afternoon. A silver ETF in Japan surged 11%. Chrome has new window. All eyes are on possible gains later in the day in iShares US, listed, $16 US dollars 0.5 billion Silver Trust ETF, which rose 5.6% last week.
Wow.
Heading level 2. Advertisement.
This is insane. Why are people doing this? Like Pinkalo said, this is exactly what happens when the internet gets bored.
12:41 p.m. Pinkalo the driving aid. And don't forget, last year we thought we hit almost $70 an ounce, or the year before for silver. There's nothing they can do with physical metals. 12:41 p.m.
Dang, wake up late and almost missed it all. Oh, it's okay. You've got three more stories to go before it's over.
Pinkalo the driving aid. It's about the dickhead short selling hedge fund manager. 12:41 p.m. Pinkalo the driving aid. And it's not about F. 6 stars. The bank's over.
It's not about fucking the bank's over. It's about the dickhead short selling hedge fund manager. Ah. Don't forget, last year we thought we had almost $70 an ounce. Or the year before for silver. There's nothing they can do with physical metals. Yeah. Oh, okay. So what's happening is that JM Bullion, the holders of the physical metals, JM Bullion and Cannibal Silver Bullion, etc., they're just messing with their stores and saying they're out of stock. Oh. Wow. Good afternoon, Zombie Teddy. So yeah, this is what's been going on. They're fucking with the markets for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. Let's go read about astronomy now. Let's read about astronomy. So I've got 3 astronomy stories for us today. And the first one is about 2 teenagers discovering some exoplanets. So this, here we go. Where is it here? Okay. 2 teenagers hit the jackpot as they discover 4 planets orbiting a close sun-like star. That's pretty cool. So here we go. So here's a picture of an artist rendering of the discovery. And here's the article.
2 high schoolers aged just 16 and 18 years old have discovered 4 new exoplanets around the brightest known sun-like star, and Coherent. Link. Paper. Published in. Link. The Astronomical Journal. You are currently on it. Link. A rare achievement, and one described as hitting the jackpot by their mentor, Jasmine Wright, 18, and Kartik Pingley, 16, are paid for 4 hours work each week by the Center for Astrophysics, Harvard and Smithsonian as part of its Student Research Mentoring Program, SRMP. You are currently...
Wow, that is so cool. They're 16 and 18 and got a paper published in the journal or the Astronomical Journal. Wow.
Wright and Pingley discovered the planet around a star called Link. Troy 1233. The brightest known star similar in size and temperature to our own sun, about 200 light-years from the solar system in the southern hemisphere constellation of Centaurus. The star is also known as HD 108236. It was already known that one exoplanet was in orbit.
Okay.
With the discovery, the star becomes the brightest sun-like star known to host 4 or more transiting exoplanets. It's said to be an ideal target for Link. NASA's upcoming James Webb Space Telescope. JWST. Link. More for you. Link. A 10 billion-year-old super-Earth has been found in our galaxy. More. Link. Heading level 3. Link. Heading. Link. We are looking to see. The young astronomers use data from NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite, TESS, a space telescope searching for exoplanets by recording drops in the brightness of stars. They also use data from ground-based telescopes. We were looking to see changes in light over time, said Pingley. The idea being that if the planet transits the star, or passes in front of it, it would periodically cover up the star and decrease its brightness.
Cool.
A slight dip is a sign that a planet may be crossing its sun from the point of view of TESS.
Okay.
I was very excited and very shocked, said Wright, of their discovery of 4 planets orbiting a star called Troy 1233. We knew this was the goal, but to actually find a multi-planetary system, and be part of the discovering team, was really cool.
Yeah. And you're freaking 16 and 18. That's awesome, guys. Like, holy shit. You discover 4 exoplanets around a sun-like star, and you get published in the Astronomical Journal, and you're 18 and 16. That is awesome.
The planets orbiting Troy 1233 comprise 1 rocky super-Earth that orbits in under 4 days, and 3 Neptune-like gaseous planets that orbit in 6, 14, and 19.5 days, respectively. You are...
Interesting. So they're very close in.
They consequently have average surface temperatures ranging from 700 degrees Fahrenheit to 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit to unlikely to host life, though their rapid orbits means more transits, and therefore dips in the host star's brightness. That means more opportunities for astronomers to examine the light passing through the atmosphere of the exoplanets. You are currently... Troy 1233/HD 108236 is 200 light-years distant in the constellation of Centaurus. It's just above the Southern Cross asterism, which is visible from the southern hemisphere image.
Cool. So this is the picture of the sun,
Troy 1, Getty.
like star that these planets orbit. And it, like it said, that it's in the Centaurus constellation, which is visible from the southern hemisphere. That's pretty awesome. Let's see.
A research team used the Sea-characterizing exoplanet satellite, Cheops, recently confirmed a 5th planet, which takes 29 days to orbit the star.
Very interesting. So all those planets are very close into that sun.
It's possible that there may be rocky planets further from Troy 1233, possibly within its habitable zone where liquid water would be possible. It's also hoped that the discovery around Troy 1233 will help astronomers better understand the fundamental processes of planet formation and evolution. You are currently...
Yeah, maybe that's a younger solar system, and those planets are, like, not quite into their stable orbits yet. You know, who knows? Maybe it's a dying solar system, and the planets are, falling into the dying star. It's
With multiplanetary systems, you're kind of hitting the jackpot, said Ride and Pingley mentor Tansu Dalen, a postdoc at the MIT Kavli Institute for Astrophysics and Space Research. When it comes to characterizing planetary atmospheres around sun-like stars, this is likely one of the best targets we will ever get.
yeah, probably.
The planets originated from the same disk of matter around the same star, but they ended up being different planets with different atmospheres and different climates due to their different orbits. Link. A $100 million message designed to connect high schoolers who are interested in research with real-world scientists at Harvard and MIT. SRMP accepts about 12 students each year and priorities underrepresented minorities. Once accepted, the students work with their mentors on a year-long research project.
Priorities underrepresented minorities. See, I was afraid. Like, why can't it just be merit-based? Why can't it be, like... Because 12 students a year, that's super specific. So why not just base it on talent? But no, you gotta represent, gotta fill those quotas. But these two are doing
Not surprisingly, both students are set for careers in astronomy. Wright has just been accepted into a 5-year Master of Astrophysics program at the University of Edinburgh, Scotland.
Very cool.
A junior in high school, plans to study applied mathematics or astrophysics after graduation. Wishing you clear skies and white eyes. You are currently...
Very cool.
Inline form, dialogue.
Good for them. Good for them. That's a great discovery. And they should be very proud of themselves, especially for those accomplishments.
It's only 700 degrees and people are like all the snowflakes. 12:47 p.m. Selected boy. How sweet. Cut chat messaging. Chat publicly.
Okay, next story.
Double tap to edit. Swipe upward up to select a custom action. Then double tap to
So apparently we have a mini moon, and it's about to go away. So let's take a look here. Why am I not in StreamYard like I said I wanted to be? Okay. So, apparently, we have a mini moon that is going away. Earth's mini moon is about to leave us forever, says this headline. So here we go. Let's read.
Late last summer, Earth picked up a new moon. No, you didn't just miss seeing it in the night sky. This was a so-called mini-moon. Earth's gravity occasionally snags passing space rocks, holding them in irregular orbits before they fly off. With the object known as 2020 SO, it was more of a homecoming. Scientists confirmed 2020 SO was actually a discarded rocket booster from the 1960s, but it's not here to stay. According to astronomers, Earth's latest artificial satellite, Link, is about to become a former satellite. As it prepares to zip off into the inky blackness of space.
Oh, I guess that the gravity's gonna push it away.
Calling it a mini-moon might seem a bit misleading, but the accepted definition doesn't require the object to be naturally occurring. 2020 SO made its first close pass of Earth in December, just a day before NASA confirmed it was indeed the long-lost centaur rocket. After whipping around Earth, 2020 SO took a long elliptical track out past the moon's orbit, and it's now on its way back for one final look at home before it's gone for good. Scientists knew something was up with 2020 SO as soon as it, Link, appeared in telescopes last September. The object's orbital inclination was almost identical to Earth's, and it was moving much more slowly than the average near-Earth asteroid. Early on, observers were speculating that 2020 SO was actually a Centaur rocket booster from the 1966 launch of Surveyor 2, a robotic moon lander that sadly crashed into the lunar surface due to a faulty engine. The estimated size of 2020 SO was also a match for the Centaur booster at 21 to 46 feet long, 6.4 and 14 meters. The Centaur D booster was 41.6 feet tall, 12.68 meters.
That's a big ass rocket booster.
Link. Surveyor _1 The Centaur rocket during the 1966 Surveyor 1 launch. While studying 2020 SO, NASA found that it made several previous approaches to Earth. It came close in 1966, shortly after it was launched, and again in 1971. This helped the agency nail down the object's identity. Astronomers say 2020 SO should pass within 140,000 miles, 220,000 kilometers on February 2nd. This will be much farther away than the last orbit, about halfway between Earth and the Moon. After this pass, 2020 SO will pick up enough energy from the gravitational slingshot to escape Earth's gravity. It will then be bound only to the Sun's gravity, and is, therefore, very unlikely to ever grace us with its presence again. So long, 2020 SO.
Interesting.
Now read.
So, a rocket booster has been orbiting our planet for like 50 years and now it's going away. Goodbye, rocket booster.
Selected boy, a mini moon, and it's going away. Is someone trying to vote up? Custom emoji, 12:50 p.m. Gunfox 61.
A mini moon and it's going away. Is someone trying to blow it up?
Live chat, tap to sort, close, button, live chat, 5.
Let's see.
Selected boy, a mini moon.
And our last story. Where are we here? Here we go. Okay. Oops. Okay. Let's try this again. There we go. So this is our last story for today. So, I guess they got a picture of the solar orbiter got a picture of Venus, Earth, and Mars all together. Family photo snapped by solar orbiters shows Venus, Earth, and Mars glowing like stars. So this is from Saturday.
Every now and again, we get a little glimpse of just how far human ingenuity has gone. Quite literally, the above image was taken by a spacecraft traveling through the solar system while it was at a distance of 251 million kilometers, 156 million miles, from Earth, more than the link distance between Earth and the Sun. You are by nearly half again. Third-party ad contact. It was snapped by NASA and the European Space Agencies. Link, Solar Orbiter. A mission to study the Sun, on November 18, 2020, while en route to its destination. It joins a burgeoning tradition of photos of Earth taken by instruments far beyond where humans ourselves can venture. Chrome has... But it's not just Earth and solar orbiter's image. Link, Venus, and Link, Mars, make an appearance, 48 million and 332 million kilometers from the spacecraft, respectively. It's a lovely family portrait when you think about it. 3 rocky planets, so similar in many ways, but so very different from each other seen through a scientific instrument, the heliospheric imager, designed to study the heart of the solar system. Chrome has...
That is so cool. So they got Earth or Venus and Mars in the photo.
Image. ESA/NASA.
And here's another picture.
The solar orbiter launched in February 20th, 20, and its flight was planned to make several. You are link, Venus flybys. To take advantage of the planet's gravity for a speed boost, a maneuver known as a gravity assist, the image of the planet was taken as the solar orbiter was moving towards Venus for one of these flybys. Chrome has...
Okay.
By the time solar orbiter arrives in position around the sun to start operations in November 2021, it will be swooping far. You are blink. Outside the planetary plane. To glimpse. Chrome link. The sun's polar regions. Chrome...
Oh, okay. So it's going to go that far out, and it's going... Okay, that's cool.
This will be tremendously exciting since, due to our vantage point on Earth, we've never directly imaged. Link. The sun's poles. Period. Third-party AdCon. While it is in transit, the solar orbiter is making observations. This helps the solar orbiter team back here on Earth calibrate and test the instruments on board, but that data can be used for scientific analysis, too, of planets, of the solar wind, of space weather.
Yep.
It gives us a little inspiring reminder, too, of the fragility and resilience of our own existence. Such photos always call to mind the words of Carl Sagan, in his 1994 book. You are current link. Pale blue dot. Of a photo of Earth taken by Voyager 1 on its way out of the solar system. Chrome has new... Look again at that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives, he wrote.
Yep.
The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines, every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species live there, on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. You are currently...
Isn't that crazy to think about? Just how...
12:59 p.m. Select boy. And the whole thing about the planets being stars is bullshit.
And the whole thing's about the planets being stars is bullshit.
12:59
Yeah.
p.m. Select
Oh, they didn't say they were stars. It said they were glowing like stars.
Selected boy. That is so cool. 12:59 p.m. Selected boy. Wow. 12:57 p.m. RFG 8583. So, BP. My roommate writes porn and he got this request. This completely bullshit insane request. When I get on your Discord, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Words. Derek said 12:59
Sounds
p.m.
good.
Selected boy. A mini moon. And it chat message custom.
Sounds good, Ryan.
Publicly is blind press. Ellipsis.
Link. You wouldn't believe this if it was not captured on... Link. You wouldn't remove this item. Empty group.
Is that
You
the
are
end of
currently...
the story?
Link. Link. Remove. Link.
Yep,
Link.
it is. Okay, so that's the end of the story, guys. And that's all the stories I had up for us to read. What I am going to do on Friday is I'm going to go through the Discord and find all Gunfox's, or not all of them, because I'll be at it for hours, but I'll find some of Gunfox's news stories, and we'll read those on Saturday, and Friday, and we'll have a good time. And I'm going to send Ryan the Discord invite as soon as I get off of here. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a Beat the Blind Girl at 1 o'clock. And we'll have some fun with that. And of course, tomorrow is also mine and Pink Hollow's 14th anniversary, so that will be fun. And of course, so come back on Wednesday. I'm going to try and get a hold of Mr. Functional and get Wednesdays or Canadian Wednesdays back going. And I hope everyone has a fan... You better start looking Thursday. Oh, I usually do. I wish you had a gaming PC. I'd train you on Mortal Kombat. I know, right? That's our stream goal, is to get enough money to get a gaming PC. Yeah. There is a lot of news in Discord. I know, Gunny, I know. So yeah, come back tomorrow for Beat the Blind Girl at 1 o'clock p.m. And thank you for watching and interacting, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys.